Good morning, everybody. Good morning. It's a Friday, man. It's Friday. And it's a beautiful Friday. It's the last Friday of February. You know what that means? That within a couple of weeks, we are talking about Foist Day of Spring. Not true spring, like mud season spring. Then we get like third winter. And then, boom, you get thrown right into blazing hot sun. That's the way it goes. And whatever. I'll take any kind of change right now. I'm going nuts. This is going nuts season. That I need UV rays. The body's saying, give me something. And I have been waiting for this sip. I've been saving it for you guys. It's the 2024 edition of the Quite Frankly mug. They're all left-handed mugs, though. I got to correct this at some point. I've given you lefties 2 straight years of mugs. What about we righties? You know? Mama Luch says there is no more spring. You get a very small window of it. I'm going to go through all the chat rooms. I'm going to go into Instagram, Pilled, Rumble, and YouTube. But we got the Quite Frankly Elevation Blend, the light roast. You can get that on quitefrankly.tv, and of course, right next to it is the Keto Brainz. It's the last weekend. Technically, today's the last day. Tomorrow, actually. Get your Keto Brainz and also get into the massive giveaway, which is going to include this, the 20-year shirt. Which I got to say, this is my first time wearing it after a wash, because as soon as it came in, I just popped it out of the box and put it on. God knows how many chemicals I had on my skin. But after the first wash, this thing is so soft. We really got the right, we picked the right shirt. Anyway, welcome everybody. And here's this first sip is for you. God, thank you. Thank you so much. And thank you, Molly at Keto Brainz, for assembling all of God's great work into this wonderful powder. You know, he provided the raw materials. We have to refine it, you know? Anyway, I'm so happy to be here with you on a Friday. I feel like we can really just wheel and deal and dish, and I can read the general chat, and there's a lot less pressure. Which, again, I'm going to continue to bring this into the 7 o'clock show and endeavor to do that. But over there on Instagram, what's going on? Jay Boogie's hanging out. It's Frankie, says Selena Laxton. It's Selena. I killed her. I killed my friend. It's from the movie Selena. I know that's a horrible thing to quote. That's the only thing I remember about the movie Selena, is the maid from As Good as It Gets. She was the one that shot Selena. Every time I see her, well, she's dead now. I think she died in real life. God rest her soul. I killed my friend. It's horrible. Why am I keep saying this? Hey, you know what I was saying what I was watching last night? There's another movie last night that I was watching that I had not seen in a little while, and is definitely one of my sleeper favorites. I don't know what you guys think about it. It might be a little bit too quirky, a little bit too whatever. But Burn After Reading. You guys ever see Burn After Reading? With John Malkovich and Tilda Swinton and George Clooney and Brad Pitt. And anybody ever see Burn After Reading? It's one of my favorite movies that I keep forgetting about. And I think it's just so damn funny. And there's a couple of scenes, especially back at, because it's all about, Washington, D.C. And I can't tell you, I wouldn't be able to put it into a nutshell. It's so outrageous. But I think we might watch it together for a Quite Frankly Film Club watch party. I think we might do that together. That we got to do, and a few other things I put on the list last night. So let's see here. USS Ford parked in Haifa. Are we talking about Iran again? I need one of those shirts that says Unexpected Rodeo. I need a sample of Keto Brainz. I never tried it yet. So, Paul, you never tried it yet? Well, I mean, just get in touch with me and I'll put some in the mail. My pleasure. I do that for anybody in this audience, but especially Paul. Let's see here. West Yorkshire, England in the house. That is from Wanna Lick Dem Feet. Representing West Yorkshire, England. Wanna Lick Dem Feet. Okay. Well, I guess this is why I like doing this at 10:30 in the morning, because we bring in some of our European friends who are smack dab in the middle of their day already. The West Coast is just starting to wake up, 7:30. Hawaii still has a couple more hours of sleep. I guess the garbage men are already awake. Hello to Thomas Libby and True Heart over there, and John Otter on Rumble. Let's see here. That rotten bitch killed me, says Selena. I know. You're my friend. I don't want to go watch it now. The scene, because it's probably not as funny as how I've been imitating it all these years. Truth Seeker Danny on Instagram says Southland Tale would be a good movie. It's weird, but it makes you think. Well, I'm taking all types of suggestions for Film Club, because the way that we do Film Club with the Quite Frankly Culture Club now, for those of you who are members, is so much more streamlined and fun that we're actually watching it together. It's not something that you are assigned, like, hey, you have 2 weeks to watch Interstellar, and then we're going to get together for an hour and talk about all the aspects of it and break it down and all that stuff. We did that all throughout 2024 or 25. No, it was 25 was the first time, I think, the first year that we did that. And it was fun, but it was a little bit cumbersome. And some people were bummed out that we were watching it together. And now that we're watching it together, I said, let's try this. Do private streams on quitefrankly.tv. And let's just watch it together and then talk for 15, 20 minutes after the end credits and just see what the chat thinks right there, fresh off of the experience. Dip into the IMDb, look at some of the production facts and did you knows. And it's, oh man, it's so much more enjoyable. And we were watching so much more movies now. So many more. You know? So by all means, let me know what you think, and we'll throw it into the mix there. All right. Pro Say Savage. The Pro Say Savage. What's going on, Pro Say? Representing yourself in court. I can't wait for a Badass of the Week to start. I have a great one. If you have any badass suggestions or nominees, send them to Frank at quitefrankly.tv. Doughboy, my buddy Brian, says, where's the feet living guy and what's his address? The feet licking guy, not living. And what's his address? Damn, Doughboy, you got to calm down. You can't be that quick on the trigger. That's disgusting. I just want some random guy from Yorkshire to lick my toes. Ugh. It almost ruined my coffee. Almost. Oh. Hold on. I have to wait. I have to let this throw up feeling subside. Just give me a second. You know, I guess there's something for everybody. I know that the feet stuff is very, very important to some people. I like, you know, a nice, shapely pair of not mangled feet is a great, you know, cherry on top or below a nicely put together woman. But I can appreciate all parts of a lady. But I was just never like the type that's just like, please walk on my face, please stomp on my face, please can I eat my cereal out of your shoes? Like, what is wrong with you? You don't have to go this far, guys. It's not necessary. What is that all about, Frank? I never heard you mention Hot Fuzz. Seems like your kind of movie. I watched it once. It was so long ago. I actually watched it while I was getting tattooed. I was watching it at Addicted to Ink. That's the other good thing about hanging out with the boys from Addicted to Ink. You go over there and you get your work done. There's always something awesome on television. I watched 1,000 Ways to Die there while they were tattooed. I forgot what they were doing. I watched so many episodes of 1,000 Ways to Die at Addicted to Ink in White Plains. But Hot Fuzz was one of the things I had watched. And Super Troopers, although I had seen Super Troopers elsewhere. But we can watch that. I definitely want to do some comedies, especially some ridiculous comedies. Let me see, before we get into some other stuff here tonight. Film Club. Here are some of the things I have down so far. As Good as It Gets, which is my favorite. The Birdcage. You want to talk about comedies? I would love to watch The Birdcage. That is, I have that down for July, actually. Moonstruck. You can call that romantic comedy. Definitely want to put Moonstruck in there because it's nostalgic now. And it actually is in that same kind of category as Good as It Gets. The reasons why I like movies like As Good as It Gets. Moonstruck. I think we might be watching that in April or something. Edge of Tomorrow, I've never seen. We're going to be watching that at some point. Somewhere in Time, Christopher Reeves. I've never seen that either, and I want to watch that. Eagle Eye and I, Robot, I'll probably put together in the same month. But Eagle Eye with Shia LaBeouf, I watched that years ago, and I remember thinking it was awesome. It's all about, surveillance state kind of stuff. Washington, D.C., race against the clock, against one plot or another. I forget. But I, Robot and Eagle Eye, I like to put that together in the same month. We're definitely watching Apocalypto. I won't put people through Passion of the Christ. You can watch that on your own, and I often do. But Apocalypto, we should definitely get into some Mel Gibson. We should also get into some Mel Brooks, but we're definitely doing Apocalypto for I think we got two. We're doing Fatso, I think in April. I'm putting Fatso in there. Dom DeLuise. That's one that I had only seen pieces of when I was a kid. Obviously, I wouldn't have been able to understand the humor back then. But it has been coming up in conversation so much lately with family and friends that I'm like, okay, I have to put this in there. We're going to watch Silence of the Lambs. I have Contact. I have Arrival, Whiplash, A Bronx Tale. Bronx Tale will probably be perfect for July as well. Maybe Bronx Tale and Birdcage goes together. Godfather 1 and 2 will probably save for November. A League of Their Own. Over the Top. Over the Top is going to be just a ridiculous 80s, but awesome 80s kind of we got to do Over the Top. Shia LaBeouf is totally underrated. He has he's given himself way too many problems. He's put himself on our mocking radar in the past with the "He Will Not Divide Us" stuff. He's offered himself up to the internet gods as a willing sacrifice. There's so many memes, so many jokes, but man, he's a great actor, and I love his work. Let's see here. Bronx Tale, League of Their Own, Over the Top, Terminator 1 and 2. We're doing that in August. For those of you guys who are wondering, remember, $5 a month as a sponsor. You punch your ticket to all of these watch parties. You also get to read books with us. So many other streams, so many other pictures and videos and extras and all that stuff. Discounts. So Terminator 1 and 2 is for August because it's August 1997 is when Skynet went active. AI. We have to watch Artificial Intelligence by Steven Spielberg because not only is there so much stuff in there to pick apart, but the fact that it has been brought to my attention time and time again, and I keep forgetting that this is originally a Kubrick script. We got to do that. So AI, we got to watch. Sherlock Holmes is what we're watching starting next week. We're watching Sherlock Holmes with Robert Downey Jr. and Jude Law. Awesome stuff. Just 1 and 2 we're going to be watching in March. They are soaked in occult revelation of the method stuff. Soaked. It's so good. Let's see here. Constantine with, Keanu Reeves' Constantine. That is a sin that Constantine never got a sequel. Come on. Let me go through all the chat rooms on the one. What are your thoughts on Constantine? Tell me that it is not a sin that Constantine never got a sequel. Looking at the pilled chat. See? Let's see what else is here. Carl Jung, I think, explored sexual fantasy as a psychological symbol. Would explain why there's porn for everything. Oh, yeah. Well, that's just going to naturally happen, especially with the internet. I'm sure that everybody had a thing, but you just couldn't find it. And now, let's see here. Esther says, please consider Cinema Paradiso someday. It's one of my favorite movies of all time. Perhaps True Romance. Okay. Thank you, Esther. All the best to you. NZ5 says, happy Friday to all. March and daylight savings right upon us. Get you some. Absolutely. Constantine was a good movie. Scary, but good. I don't. It didn't scare me that much. It didn't scare me that much, but it was definitely dark. And that's the whole thing. Constantine got a TV show. I didn't know that, RJ. Here's the thing about Constantine. Where Keanu Reeves is essentially like this demon hunter guy who, he almost like works on behalf of heaven. He's almost like a demon bounty hunter. If I'm forgetting this, if I'm screwing up the plot, then whatever. But the thumbnail sketch is he's almost like a demon bounty hunter who is not really in good favor with the Lord. And he's he's a smoker, he's terminally ill, and he's like at the end of his rope here, and he's trying like hell to make amends so that when his eventual end comes, he's going to heaven and not going to hell, in the place where he has sent so many spirits back in battle and all that stuff. It's almost like the cop who doesn't want to be sent to prison because now he's going to be locked up with all the people that he put in there. Shit like that. And when we talked about on our episodes in the past on Quite Frankly of the proof of God, the existence of God, because there's so many theological and philosophical ways to prove the existence of God. We were talking about Thomas Aquinas in particular a couple of years ago when we did that with Timothy Gordon and then a few other callers. One question that I keep bringing up for whoever my special guest of the night is, because I'm interested in the answer, is the whole concept of faith. And when you no longer are able to rely on faith, but you have a solid knowing, what does that do? What does that do for, how does that impact? How does that impact faith? And in Constantine's case, it doesn't, it played against him, his knowing about the nature of heaven and hell and the fact that he was still out of alignment with what was going to get him into heaven, that it works against him at that point, knowing for sure that heaven is real. And how can you actually win your way back in at that point? So it's all like, it's a story about penance, and it's a good one. And yes, so I think that'll be a good one. Big Fish. We got to watch Big Fish. You want to know another goofy comedy that we're going to watch that I just love? It always hits the mark, always makes me feel good at the end, is Role Models. Got to watch Role Models. Blade Runner, Sneakers, Limits of Control, Collateral with Tom Cruise, and now I got to add Burn After Reading, which is just so... J.K. Rowling is even in that for a little... No. J.K. Simmons Rowling. Simmons is in that for a little bit too, and I love those exchanges. Oh, hold on. Um, Charlie Wilson's War. Charlie Wilson's War. If for no other reason but for Philip Seymour Hoffman. Oh, Along Came Polly. Along Came Polly for another comedy night. Along Came Polly would be fantastic. So this is gonna see, dude, we're gonna have such a good time. Film club is going to be like it's gonna be so good. Wow, this is all we talked about so far. That's all we talked about. Anyway, Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels. Caddyshack. You're not for scuba, Luban. You're not for scuba, Luban. Oh, man. She's making like fire in my trouser. Oh. No. That movie. I love that movie so much. I love that movie so much. Such a good movie. It's a mad world. Good ones. All right. Okay. So let's move on to some other stuff. We get it. We all love movies. All right. Let's see here. First one up. I was looking at some stuff going on in New York, and there's all these the footage of people coming out. City workers who are just citizens that are coming out to plow and shovel snow with their city issued shovels, and they're doing the best they can, I guess, for $30, $45 an hour. Sometimes there's 20 people that are just hovering around one pile of snow, and they're all taking a little bit each and putting it 2 feet away. And you're saying, all right, well, the work, is this the most efficient use of the job? Who the hell knows? Now listen, to create the seasonal work, for people, and all that stuff, that's nice. It's not totally insane, but I see people saying like, you guys hate the idea. One person over here in the comments of this show, of this video right here, 14 city workers to clear a pile of snow, $30 to $45 an hour per person, all tax funded. Well, it's funded by them. This is the crazy thing here. Not only would a little bobcat clear that out of the way, boom, bingo, bango, and now you have 24 people sitting around one pile of snow trying to, taking turns for them to have a half a pound of snow each on their gigantic shovels. But it's really just the whole idea of the power strip plugging into itself. This one girl underneath who thought she was dropping the mic, and 743 idiots thought she was, says you can try all the propaganda you want. I don't know what she thinks propaganda means. Nobody knows what words mean anymore. You can try all the propaganda you want, but NYC sidewalks look amazing. Yeah, some of them do. The ones that people are taking pictures of do, but I've also seen other. Just come on. You got 5 boroughs there, so please tell me that Times Square looks amazing. I'm sure it is. You guys just hate the idea that taxpayer money is being used on average people. Taxation is the stealing of earnings from average people to begin with, okay? New Yorkers already fund a massive DPW organization, and the fact that you're getting giddy that select people are getting paid with now double taxed money to do what they already subsidize with the DPW is just insane. It's such a crazy rationalization. If you got to marshal civilians to hey guys, we need help. We're in a this was an incredible storm that even though we have the best DPW in the world, we are still overwhelmed. Does anybody want to help? We'll give you, food. We'll provide coffee and hot cocoa or something else like that. But the fact that maybe if the money was not taxed, how about that? Because it is their money. What about a rebate? Something like that. The fact that this is already their money that is being given back to them and then double taxed again. That's the insane part. It was like, I'd rather spend it on the taxpayer. The taxpayer already spent it. And now they're getting paid back a depreciated. It's just so ridiculous. It's entropy. It's just another great example of entropy. It all burns itself out over time. All right, who's it? This is from Leslie Swan. Hi, Frank. I live in Fresno County, California, and as soon as I heard about this guy, I started laughing. Fresno County is quite conservative in otherwise insane California. We always elect constitutional sheriffs, and overall, we vote red. Fresno City Council and school board are notoriously corrupt, but there are some things that will not happen here. This is, I guess, is in response to. Now I can't see it because it's behind a paywall. Why the hell? Hold on. Local election. Let me see if I can get this. Hold on. I want to see if I can get around this paywall here. Get to archive. The Fresno Bee. Sorry, I'm not going to subscribe to the Fresno Bee. Oh, hold on. It's going to take a little while to break this one down. It was about the sex offender that was running for city council last night. Hopefully it's a no-go, but still, it's good to hear from some of our friends out there in Fresno who watch the show. I'll wait for that to get loaded up on the archive, and let's get into some reels and meme reviews, shall we? First, let me get back into the comments and see what people are saying. Timmy, let's see here. Timothy Kip, sorry, says, don't forget the 200 people who aren't there but are getting paid too. I know. That's the other thing that you have to realize there, that there are more people who are getting paid that just realize there's no supervision. Like any one of those 14 people, good on them for standing around, wearing their reflective jackets, holding the shovel and waiting for their turn to pick up a crumb of snow, a couple of flakes, and throw it onto the bigger pile that will then be moved to the other side of the sidewalk the next day. Good on them for at least showing up and being accountable. You have to give them that, because you know that the word is getting around that all you got to do is sign up, grab a shovel, and then go home, and then log your hours somewhere and say, "Oh yeah, I was on Bleecker. You guys didn't see me. You guys didn't see." What is this? Of garbage? Aurora and Lauren just went for their morning walk because Aurora is on winter break, and she has been very, very intent on cleaning up the local park, and Aurora wanted to clean up all the garbage. So they put on their gloves, they grabbed a grabber, and they brought a garbage bag out there, and look at what Aurora collected. That was just the perimeter of the park. I don't know if you can see. I don't know if you could see it. Anyway, she's holding a big bag of garbage there, and like she's holding a trophy fish. Good. Wow. See? Conservation. That's beautiful. Where is she right now? With my mom? Yeah. How's it outside? It looks beautiful. I'm going to go. I'll take her for a drive in a little bit. Okay. Good for her. Great job, Aurora. You see? Conservation. Loving where you live. That's what matters. That's all that matters here. Frank, they just turned Belgian garbage management into subscription service. Really? And Gunther in the chat room, he's from Europe. They just turned Belgian. This is why I love doing these B-sides. We don't have our European buddies with us when I'm live at 7. Frank, they just turned Belgian garbage management into a subscription service. Well, I mean, I guess that's okay. Gunther, does that mean that in Belgium, if you're a resident, you can opt not to pay, and you can dispose of your garbage yourself, like bring it down to the dump yourself and save some money? Because I'm totally for that. My town has a DPW that is collected through local taxes, but one town over in Greenwich, Connecticut, they don't have a DPW, and there is a dump. But you could also go and enlist the services of any number, and there are garbage wars that are fought in Greenwich between local, carting services, people, wars that are fought. Oh, Gunther says, I'm being facetious, but you got to put down credit and then they subtract by weight. Well, I don't know how they work it, but it's not a bad idea. It's not a bad idea. I never knew. I've only ever known, living in this town, where on certain days of the week, the garbage man comes around. My grandfather was a garbage man in this town, among other things, for decades. We always knew the garbage men. We always knew the garbage days because they used to be my grandfather's friends. They'd hop off the truck. It'd be a hot day. We give them beer. We give them all that other stuff. They stick around for a little bit. And I always just thought that that's how everybody did it until I realized it's not. And I like that. I can see how you can probably keep costs down, at least in some ways, if you're trying to give your business to competing carting and garbage companies instead of just automatically having the DPW subsidized through your taxes. So let me see here. Joricho up there in Canada says hello. All right. Okay. All righty. Let's keep going. The Sopranos. Oh, yeah. Yeah, garbage wars for sure. Garbage wars. All right. So, here you go. Real quick. Fresno leaders plan to block registered sex offender from serving on city council. Well, that's good. That's good. We don't need this. We don't need this thing in Fresno or anywhere. Elect me. I know the legal system inside and out. I was imprisoned for abusing children. So trust me. Anyway, what is this? We've seen enough. Tampa International Airport. Is this for real? This was sent to me. We've seen enough. We've had enough. It's time to ban pajamas at Tampa International Airport. It's probably not real. After successfully banning Crocs and giving everyone the amazing opportunity to experience the world's first Crocs-free airport, it's time to take on an even larger crisis: pajamas at the airport in the middle of the day. We know the decision could be disruptive to some in your life. It's time to have a difficult conversation with them. You can do this. We and Phoebe believe in you. The madness stops today. The movement starts now. Help Tampa International Airport become the world's first Crocs and pajama-free airport. Do your part. Say no to pajamas at TPA. Why are people wearing pajamas to the airport? I mean, seriously, because you're going to be on a plane for 2 hours? You're going to be sitting down in a chair for 2 hours? How much sitting do we do during the day anywhere? I mean, all we do is sit. We walk until we find a new place to sit. Got to keep our pajamas on so we're comfy. I can't stand everybody in the fucking comfy. I love cozy. But cozy for me, there's cozy in bed. But this whole idea that I need to be cozy constantly is really, it's almost ASMR infuriating to me. Like, what the hell is wrong with, the people want to be the Obamacare couch pajama boy constantly with the cup of coffee and the plaid flannel pajamas, walking around just wiggling their toes all over the place. What the fuck is wrong with you? Grow up. People are just letting themselves go. I would say you would have no clue, but I'm sure you have a clue. Wherever the hell you are, people are letting themselves go. Okay. Let's keep going before I have an aneurysm over here. Joricho says, good morning, Frank and Frankly's. Good morning, lurkers. Start your morning right with a like and a subscribe. No better way to start your weekend. Be better. Yes. Yes, like and subscribe. Doughboy says, if you use deductive reasoning, you can already tell this is false. Of course it is. An airport is not going to put that kind of a thing out there, but I hope it catches on. Comfy is the most annoying shit ever in a high-pitched voice. I'm so comfy. I know. And I like cozy. I like making sure that the lighting is just right. It stimulates me to act. Like it stimulates me for a certain kind of action. But some people like cozy so that they can continue to slink back into their hollowed out tree to hibernate with the skunks. Like I just want to keep hibernating and stay in a dream state. I want to go sleep with Flower from Bambi in the tree. I want to hide underneath his fluffy skunk tail. Okay? Cozy but classy. Yeah, that's a good way of saying it. Cozy is being inside of a nice lounge or a cafe. Dressed nice. The room's temperature is nicely regulated. You got some candles going. The ambiance has been set. And you are just, it brings out the flavor in the coffee. It brings out the flavor of the conversation. You get more involved. Everybody else, what I see at the, you're talking about pajama wearers at the airport. That's something completely different. That is not cozy. That is just, I'm letting myself go. And I don't care how I present myself to the world. And some people might think that's empowering, but guess what? It's not. It's not empowering. In fact, before I leave the house, I have to go to UPS. I have to check out the box and all that stuff. Before I leave the house today, I'm putting on my jeans. I've got sweatpants on right now. I'm putting on the jeans. All right, anyway. Cozy and classy, to me, is a naked woman on a bearskin rug next to a fire, says Zoso Dude. Well, damn. Yes, not a strip of clothing, please. Yeah, but don't you like these stockings? Don't you like this negligee? Nope. No, let's just lose all of that. Take it all off. Don't need any window dressing. I think just bare naked on the bearskin rug is fine. You're right, Zoso. Please. Thank you. Nope, take the socks off. Off. All right, let's see. Here is another meme. Oh, okay. So, gaming. I'm still trying to get my gaming crew together. I think things are going to get a lot easier once GTA 6 comes out, because then I can just go on to GTA with a couple. I know that that's going to bring some of my friends back to gaming. But right now, I'm having a hard time getting people to join me, and I don't want to go live on YouTube for a gaming session without a distinct plan of what I'm doing. I can't. The casual baseball games are, that's better for just Twitch and the smaller audiences and stuff. But this one right here, this gnome game, what the hell is this game about the gnomes? A tragic gnome story. Well, I've seen videos of this where it seems like you and a couple other friends are lawn gnomes, like, underpants gnomes, like elves, and you have to go into a house to kill a man. But if he wakes up or something like that, he's going to kill you. And it seems hilarious. And I don't know. I want to look into this. Let me see in the chat room if anybody knows what I'm talking about. Do it live, Frank. I do have a filter now when necessary, says Doughboy. Doughboy's grown up a lot. We need to do GT6. Turtle streams with Aurora are awesome, though. Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. If I go live with Aurora to play Turtles in Time, that's definitely YouTube worthy. Take a look at this, though. The premise of the game is you are a gnome. You're a gnome.
Human.
Yeah, just get the gun.
Get the gun.
Yeah, okay, that's so easy.
Look, you're
It's right here. It's on the top shelf.
Oh, dude, I'm about to blast his ass then. Oh, I fell all the way down. Oh my god.
I thought you said the gun. He's got the gun.
Whoa!
Oh, he's got the gun.
Oh, no.
Oh my god. Oh my god, what the fuck? I gotta get the fuck up out of here. Hell no.
Yeah, I seen y'all get capped.
Dude, we got fucking capped. Dude, why did you run in there like that?
Oh no! This is.
Oh my god, it's coming out. Oh my god. Oh my god, he killed everyone. Oh my god, he fucking killed everyone again.
I mean, like, listen. This looks fantastic. Somebody that's in the comments says, "You've heard of Elf on a Shelf. Now here's Gnome getting domed." What game is this? Let's see what it's called. Burglin' Gnomes. The only demo is out right now. Only the demo is out right now, though. Burglin' Gnomes. Is GTA 6 out on PC or really? No. Hold on. What? Oh, okay. So I wouldn't even be able to get this. I mean, I have Steam. I can do some stuff on Steam. But I like sitting on the couch and having my PlayStation controller in hand. I know I'm not a real gamer, but I dabble. This is incredible. I found another one, Gnomes. These guys are playing the gnome game, and the caption is, "Bro just witnessed a murder."
Hey, old nigga, come here. Hey, yo, old nigga. I know you hear me, bitch. Hey, yo, old nigga. Oh, he got his ass. He got his ass. Like, you hear me? What is this?
Oh my fucking god. Oh my god.
Well, I gotta play this. that is my level, like the sweet spot level of disturbing and exciting at the same time. Like, you're a gnome. I can deal with that. Getting chased by an old guy with a gun. I'm playing this tomorrow. I'm literally downloading it right now, says Doughboy. Wait, Doughboy, is it on, where is it? Is it on, you can't get it on PlayStation. You can get it on Steam though? Joricho says, it seems like a faithful rendition of how a person would react to murderous gnomes attempting to break in and enter. You should find a random simulator game and play them with your co-hosts. Oh, I want to bring in the audience. I want to bring in the audience to like public streams, like in GTA 6. I mean, we can do this on GTA 5. I still play 5. I would love to just let everybody know, hey, here's my gamer tag, which is taxation is theft. Is with a Z. Taxation is theft. I'm going to be on GTA tonight. Find me in whatever server I'm in and, find me. Let's go create some mayhem or something like that. Only problem is, and I've been researching this, like I can't just tell everybody to friend me on PlayStation because that's going to be madness. So I want to find a way without having to do all like the friending and accepting of friends and all that stuff on PlayStation that we can just all meet up places. That would be all. I got to get the audience involved. That's where the sweet spot is really going to be with that. After all these years, Eric Allen says on Pilled, after all these years, SOCOM appears to be coming back. Never got into Call of Duty. Never. SOCOM is coming back? Yo, in college, SOCOM 2 was peak. That was the peak for us. SOCOM 2 was the peak. I still remember all of those maps on SOCOM 2. I still remember all of them. I remember the Blizzard map, Fishhook, Crossroads. What's the other one on the ship? What the hell is it called? Oh, damn. I actually didn't like that one. All my friends loved it. What the hell was it called? Hold on. I'm going to go find it right now. SOCOM to maps. All right, let's see here. Frostfire. Frostfire. I couldn't stand Frostfire. My friends loved it. Blizzard, that was a demolition mission. Night Stalker, I loved as well. Desert Glory was cool. Rat's Nest. Abandoned. The Ruins. Blood Lake. I remember Blood Lake. Bitter Jungle. Death Trap. Sandstorm, I liked. That was a breach mission. Fish Hook, which was an extraction mission. We always used to shoot because you're playing against the other team, and you have to extract these prisoners. They have to protect the prisoners, keep them in, but you can't. They can't die if the prisoners die in one person's possession or another, you lose. So remember, if you were the ones that were guarding the prisoners, we would shoot the prisoners in the knee to bring all the prisoners' health down to almost nothing. You'd shoot them in the foot or in the knee or something like that, so that they're almost down to nothing, so that any little mistake that the extraction team makes in, breaching a house or sending some kind of a concussion, explosive or whatever the hell it is, even if it's just a flashbang at that point, any little bit of damage that is incidental would be counted against the extraction team. So that's how we would start off things like, Fish Hook and stuff like that. We would make sure that they were, Fox Hunt. Fox Hunt was an escort mission with a helicopter extraction at the end. But Fox Hunt was like the best mission, the best map for sniping. It was like these rolling plains, and sometimes, there's some, rocky alcoves and stuff like that. But if you were down with sniping, that was a very open map. You were very exposed. You had to crawl around there. I don't remember anything else. Enawapi. Sujo. I don't remember those. I guess I'd have to get into it. But if SOCOM is coming back, hopefully they bring back some of those old maps. That's where it would be. Okay, let's take a look at this. We can see Doughboy. He used to do that too. You have to bring those hostages down to size. You gotta whittle away their health so that anything. Okay, this guy got rage baited, of course. Bro got mad because he couldn't drive. So let's see. This kid is baiting this guy and his woman. Let's see. This was sent in to me by Josh, my friend.
Hey, watch your mouth.
Hey, shut the fuck up, you turd.
Watch your mouth.
What? What are you gonna do?
Touch me. Touch the car.
You
Get the
backed right
fuck
into
out
our
of here,
car.
dumbass.
I'm taking a picture of your fucking
Good.
license.
I'll drop you in 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Grown out.
Okay, that's it right there. You can't say I'll drop you in 3 seconds. Let this kid count down from 3 and let it be all there is. You can't do that. You've lost right there. And then, of course, the woman, I'm going to take a picture of your license plate. Oh no, this is not looking good for the. It's not looking good for the couple right now. It really isn't.
I'm here driving a G-Wagon.
What do you mean a grown-ass man driving a
That's your car, right? That's your car?
No, it's his fucking car.
Ugh.
Excuse me?
Ugh. He should be.
That's what I would do. I would do something like that, and that you can tell that really affected her. Out of everything that had already transpired between these people, that really affected her. What are you talking about? This is like the top of the line. I mean, it's better than anything I've ever driven, but still. Hold on, I have to watch this from the beginning.
Hey, watch your mouth.
Hey, shut the fuck up, you turd.
Watch your mouth.
You turd?
What are you gonna do?
Touch me. Touch the car.
You
Get
backed
the
right
fuck
into
out of
our
here,
car.
dumbass.
I'm taking a picture of your fucking
Good.
license.
I'll drop you in 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Grown ass man driving a G-Wagon.
What do you mean a grown-ass man driving a
That's your car, right? That's your car?
No, it's his fucking car.
Ugh.
Excuse me?
Ugh. He should be driving something better.
Shut your mouth, kid. Go home to your dad and your parents' house.
My house is nicer than yours, buddy.
Oh, I mean, listen, I don't think there's any redeemable characters in this entire exchange, but you know, yeah, I'm just rubbernecking at this point. I can laugh at everybody, and but yeah, you can't make a statement like that and have somebody count down and have that be it. Okay, let me see chat room real quick, because this is all about general chat. Let's see, just what the world needs: more little people violence. Oh, are you talking about the gnomes still? Talking about the gnomes, perhaps. I'll play Arc Raiders with you, Frank. Kobe, let's do it this weekend. I mean, I'll be around tonight. Because there's no Playhouse tonight. Oh, I think I'm going to premiere Matt's trial tonight on the Zeralza New York YouTube. I'll probably premiere that around 8 p.m. because it's only about an hour long. It's absolutely ridiculous. I'm not going to make any edits to it. It's just going to be raw. I'm going to put it up there, and I'll pass out all of the links. So there'll be something for you guys to watch. But tomorrow night at 9 o'clock, we'll be live on pilled.net, which is embedded on quitefrankly.tv. Be there for 9 o'clock, guys. It's going to be great. But I'll find some time to game this weekend. I'll talk to Mike and a few other people, see if I can get people on. And that'll be nice to meet up with some Franklies on Arc Raiders or elsewhere. Oh, man, ugh. Right, John Otter? Okay. Let's see here. All right, so now there's a little bit here. I want to throw a few things out here as we're coming up in the last 9 minutes of our stream. Milo Yiannopoulos. He's a very, very, I don't know. The guy's like a minefield. He seems to have everybody. It's something on everybody, and is like a just a wild man. You know, a gunslinger. So this is interesting. He put out there, he said, did you take money? He asked this question on the 24th of February. It's about Candace Owens. And, you know, I have only really just been very lightly following along with what Candace Owens has been doing for the last couple of months because of the gravity and the magnitude of the claims, wanting to see where it goes. Because, of course, like I said, if any of that had been confirmed or, you know, legitimized in a much more official way, where it isn't just tribal, where her audience thinks something is true, everybody else's audience thinks it's a grift and all that other stuff, where if something were to happen to elevate the story in a lot more of a galvanizing way, where it is boom, 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 it's right there in front of you, can't be ignored anymore, and it's all legit, then we're talking about stories of international intrigue here that require, you know, World War II level marshaling of resources. You have to go to war with France. You have to go to war with Israel itself, all that other stuff. We're going into Africa. We're going into Europe. So I've just been watching on that end. And of course, I have not really been covering it lately because it just seems like it's, I don't know. It just seems like it's like a fan base localized story at this point. But in that respect, I don't really, I don't judge anybody for keeping up with it. But like everything else, regardless of what Tucker Carlson or Candace Owens puts out there, I'm always very interested to see about coordinated efforts to take them down. Not just average people who are assessing the merits of a story and think that it is true or bullshit or a mix of both or whatever the hell else, but coordinated, paid for efforts to take people down and to stop them from talking, which in and of itself is, you can say, evidence of, you know, some sort of legitimacy. Because why wouldn't you let a crazy conspiracy theory just stand on its own craziness if it's not real? Anyway, Milo says, did you take money? Ask the question. Did you take money to call Candace Owens a demon on X? If so, we want to hear from you. Let me rephrase. I got my hands on the list. Fess up now, or I'll name you later this week alongside the pathetic, pitiful sum of money you accepted to do it. Couple more here. Candace Owens says, oh, I'm so here for the list. More. Project Constitution exposed the multi-million-dollar psyop to silence Candace Owens before The Bride of Charlie drops today. They're not even hiding it anymore. Just hours before episode 1 of Candace Owens' explosive docuseries on Erica Kirk airs, a coordinated, well-funded campaign has been launched from Turning Point USA and the top GOP-aligned influencers to paint her as, quote, these are quotes, because it's part of the buzzwords that are out there and being used, demonic, quote, pure evil, quote, spawn of Satan, and, quote, a witch hunt against a widow. This isn't organic outrage. This is a scripted, paid psychological operation. It's astroturfing. You know, you put it out there so that you can influence people who are not on the inner circle to parrot it. We now have the receipts. A leaked internal email from the CU team, that's Charlie Kirk, Turning Point USA Orbit, literally instructs influencers to use these exact talking points verbatim. Quote, Candace Owens is evil, pure evil. Quote, this is demonic, end quote. Quote, she's a demon obsessed with destroying Charlie's family, end quote. Quote, how can any real Christian stay silent? And then you start seeing the people who've been throwing it out there. Gunther Eagleman, Han Shaughnessy, Cat Turd, Politics 1776, Steve Deese. And you can see that it's definitely, script. I see a lot of script stuff. Matt Wallace. Full disclosure, I was offered money today to say bad things about Candace Owens, and I turned it down. Dr. Simon Goddick. These are the people who were paid to call Candace Owens evil or a demon. Whatever you think of her, smearing someone for money is morally bankrupt. That's what I'm saying right here. I know that there are people that are not on this list who I know personally that are they think that Candace Owens is nuts and that she's dragging people down rabbit holes that are not productive and she's really just doing one thing or another for her personal brand, but would never take money to do stuff like this. And their own personal opinions are just based on their own observations and their own digging into her claims. So yeah, like I said, good on Dr. Goddick for putting that out there. Cat Turd, Graham. So there's a lot of Ben Shapiro. I mean, he really got paid. I have to imagine that Ben Shapiro would be one of the people that was doing the paying. Addendum, the context. This isn't journalism. It's pure evil. These are all okay. So subject line, shut down Candace latest smear. Action needed tonight. Here are all the lines. This isn't journalism, it's pure evil, demonic slander against a widow still in mourning, dragging Charlie's name and legacy through the mud for clicks and clout. We've seen her patterns before, but this time it's personal, it's vicious, and it has to stop. The talking points, use these verbatim or close to verbatim. So that means that they are market tested, probably run through AI, emotions, engines, all that stuff. They probably have all ratings. Candace Owens is evil, pure evil. This is demonic, demon obsessed. She's not asking questions. She's conducting a witch hunt. Action items. Look, there you go. The CU team, stay strong. Forward only, do not reply all. Just something to throw out there. I have my theories about everything. I've never really been all in on the Candace Owens stuff, but we dug into it. We brought on people like George Webb to ask him what he thinks, because he seems to be attempting to independently verify some of the things she's been saying over the course of months. I've lost interest over time, but at the same time, my loss of interest in Candace Owens' work does not mean that I have any less suspicion about the public behavior of Erica Kirk. I mean, even the juxtaposition between her and the grieving mother of the girl who got killed in North Carolina on the train the other night at the State of the Union. The juxtaposition there, just in body language and alone. I mean, both people, like the daughter and the husband, Charlie Kirk and Irina. Those deaths were within a couple of weeks of each other. You know, you have a wife and you have a mother, and the juxtaposition of those two people. I don't know, man. I don't know. I know enough to just think that feel something's off. I'm not going to make it the focal point of my show every night, but I just, whatever. All right. It's 11:30. Real quick into the chat one more time. WCU says, God, please rest Charlie's soul. He didn't deserve this BS. No. Can you imagine that? That's the craziest thing and the most upsetting thing about anything like this. And I think that is one of the things, like you say, well, when we talk about death and moving on from this life and your level of acceptance around it, and are you afraid to die, and what are you most afraid of or unsettled about, and all that stuff. And most people talk about unfinished business and leaving behind your family and all that other stuff, and and going before everything is settled. You've settled your affairs and whatever, and making sure that you've taken care of people who needed you before one thing or another happened to you, whether it's old age or a terminal illness, that whatever, or an accident that just came out of nowhere. Some people die so quickly that they're not even able to actualize what's happening to them. It's just instantaneous. Car accident, a fall, whatever the fuck. And I think there's something that has obviously been around, but even more so now on social media, because it's not so much about like being Joseph McCarthy. I think about being Joseph McCarthy and dying, and maybe he spent some time thinking about this, but maybe he could never really understand how much he would become a generational villain afterwards, that people would fight over how to see his legacy for generations. Well, guess what? Now, because of social media, now because of all these mini fandoms, now because of everything, even just everyday people who are not in any way, shape, or form, the political activists, but their death had caught some kind of attention online. Being in a position where you are not able to defend your honor or be able to talk about, to defend your thoughts on things, or to reject anybody's using of your death as a cautionary tale for one thing or another, or as to turn you into a martyr, that is awful. Like, that's happening so much more now. People dying and their memories being used and twisted around in one way or another, and then, like, depending on how much notoriety you had at the time of your death, I mean, you could become a subject of jokes, of debate, of propaganda, of really cringy marketing for many, many years. I mean, think about what's still being done to Michael Jackson's legacy all these years after his death. I think it's great that after some time, I think after some time, what we start seeing as a trend is the truth about a matter really starts coming to the surface when so many more people who were instrumental and emotionally attached to a person, a place, or an event at the time of its happening start falling away and dying off. Like right now, there's a lot more people who are willing to look into what really precipitated the world wars, for example, both of them. Joseph McCarthy, since I already mentioned him, so people are able to really be a little bit more honest about who people especially the villains of the past might have been. Perhaps they aren't totally redeemable, but perhaps it's not like a haunted house. I don't know, like a jump scare, one jump scare after another. So we're in the middle of, unfortunately for Charlie Kirk, this is how his name is being thrown around right now. And that's it for today. Okay. I mean, I had a meme review. We could, you know what? So I don't have to change the title. Let's do this meme review real quick. I got this from Era Enlightened. Guess what time it is? It's time for a special Hump Day edition meme dump for my soul fam. Well, it's not Hump Day anymore, but let's just do a little bit of humping. Meme humping. When we finally raid Epstein's Island and find all the dead celebrities are hiding there. Yeah, I'm sure some people think that's true. Maybe one or two of them. You never know. Burnett Bohemian. Sorry I post about politics so much. It's just that they were eating babies. Our reptilian overlords tending to their psyops. Oh, I love you, my little pony. My little psyop. Staying informed on the American dumpster fire and my mental health. Me. Yeah, holding on to dear life. A fingernail in each tree. I get you. I get you. I'm going to tell my kids that this was the U.S. Congress. It essentially is. The real Congress. Free thinkers who always distrust the government and never lick boots, irrespective of which party is in power. We're better than you, and we know it. Here at Globo, Jim. When you're sick of being awake in the madness, you're just in tinfoil. Yeah, well, I don't know. I'm not that far down the road. Oh, boy. The sheriff, the deputy, and I. Oh, boy. Yeah, well, another one is just like, okay, I guess we're all just going to be able to keep our theories. Our theories might be the only thing that keep us warm at night. Where's the action? Epstein and the other elite secret societal billionaires picking up Stephen Hawking over Elon Musk. Picking Stephen Hawking over Elon Musk. I know. Well, come on now. Tell me the truth. I'm ready to hear it. With Peter and Mary Jane. The Epstein files are both real and also a psyop designed to create mass chaos and confusion while making it seem like there is no hope for any aspect of the current system. A perfect solution or a candidate or a new method of governance will appear soon. It will seem like exactly what we need to do, finally, to get away with all this people, and we'll quickly accept it. That, too, is part of the plan. So you're talking about the emergence of the Antichrist. I'm still waiting for it. Now, obviously, the schizos out there are never going to accept anything, but so I think like the whole idea that everybody is going to be communally clamoring for one solution or another is not going to be the case. There's never going to be 100% consensus, but perhaps they can really just exhaust 80% of the population. I mean, remember, who resisted the jab? 15% of the population? 20%? Good on you. That's but you know that's what we're up against. That's what I'm talking about. You walked into CVS in 2020 and 2021. You had to make a choice. Am I putting this bandana on my face just to be able to get my cat litter and get the hell out because I know I'm up against 80% nonsense. 80% ninny. And is it really worth being banned from a place where I get my cat litter forever for a stand that will not result in anything? You know? Oh no. What the hell is this? Bill Gates fixing Melinda a drink. Yeah, penicillin. He's dropping some Cipro in there. You want to? Can you sprinkle a little bit of Cipro inside of that drink? The Earth is a resort for like 500 rich people, and the rest of us are just the staff. Maybe a little bit more than 500, but perhaps. The feminine urge to burn down the systems that harm us and build new ones that heal us instead. Oh, well, I don't know about that one. It's more so the feminine urge to burn down the systems that gave them this ungodly amount of privilege and influence in the world, where the natural order actually has them a little bit down in the pecking order, natural. So I think that we have a little bit of we're on a different page there. Valentine's Day was created by Hershey's Chocolate, Hallmark Cards, Jared Jewelers, and federal government to force us to spend money on our spouses instead of guns. I agree. But you know what? A couple of long stem roses is all right. And in this house, we reflected on Saint Valentine, and we reflected on the bravery of being able to go out there and to bless people's marriages in the name of Jesus Christ when it did not pay in anything other than your life. And that is that's what we mainly focused on over here. And then of course there were roses. So that's it for today. I hope that you guys enjoyed your coffee with me. Remember, you have today and tomorrow to go to ketobrainz.com and use promo code February, 15% off, but it also gets you into an $800 grand prize giveaway that we'll do on Monday, and then 2 or 3 runners up. And among those prizes, some 20-year shirts, which you can get by becoming a sponsor of the show over the course of the weekend. I have to be a sponsor of $10 or more because, just trying to make it all, kind of like, balance out over the course of the next couple of months. But I'm telling you, you become a sponsor for at least $5, for only about $5 a month. If you just want to just be part of the world, the other world, the unseen world of Quite Frankly, you're not going to regret it. You're going to realize, wow, all I got to do is give Frank a Lincoln, an Abraham Lincoln, a 5-spot every month, and I get all of this. What the hell was I? This is just, I got to give, I actually have to give a little bit more because I feel embarrassed about all the stuff I'm getting for this one solid 5-spot. But I don't care because a little goes a long way. And we have a big year ahead of us. And thank you all so much for the attention this morning. I'll see you all soon. Tonight, 8 o'clock, I'll be passing around the link for our very, very special revisiting of the 2014 of Matt's trial, when we put him on trial for terroristic threats when he was leaving, allegedly, menacing notes on all of our cars outside of the first studio. That'll be at 8 o'clock on Zaraza, New York. Not here. I'll share the link here, though. You got to check it out. That's a lot of fun. And I'll see you tomorrow night, 9 o'clock, for the Saturday Night Lounge with me, my cousin Sherry and Dave, and a couple of well-packed hookahs. Not hookers. We'll be packing hookers on another show at another time for another audience. But all the best to you guys and gals. Let me make sure I did not miss anybody in the chat. Thank you, Esther. James Kin. Thank you all so much. Let me see here. Zozo Dude. Wichita. J-Doc. It's good to see everybody. Let me make sure I did not forget. I didn't miss any super chats. Oh, yeah, no super chats I missed. I got them all as they came in. Fantastic. And over on Instagram, it's been great to hang in with you guys as well. So, and remember, one last thing. Like I said last night, if you've got Gen Z kids or an older Gen Alpha, which are like, they're starting to become like, 14, 15, 16 right now. If they are just absolute video clipping nuisances and they want to just practice on Quite Frankly and making clips, maybe just taking ordinary parts of the show and editing them so they are ridiculous, but also viral, let me know. The Quite Frankly spring and summer internships are over. If any of these all I care about is introducing the show to new audiences. But if any of these clips go viral and they actually make some money, all the money is going to you. I don't care. 100,000 views on a clip on YouTube will get you like $100. Go all right to you. But aside from that, if you just want an internship, and I will write you a letter of recommendation. I swear God, I will. You let anybody who knows what they're doing to create some kind of problem use me as a blank canvas. Take anything that we do on a nightly basis. You let those teens in your life right now who know how to just cause some havoc on Instagram and TikTok or whatever like that, I will write them a letter of recommendation. They could be one of my interns. Okay? It's open season. All right, guys and gals. Talk to you soon. Thank you so much.